Hello live wires, welcome to day 6 of the 10-day wire tree making challenge. I'm going to take about an 8-inch piece of the 18 gauge wire, bend it at about 2 inches, and then we're going to make a circular frame. So just bring it around a pill bottle or any round form that you have, and we're just going to take this around, give it a little clip, remove it from the round form, push that out perpendicular, and then take our bail making pliers, or if you have round pliers, same thing. We're going to bring it around. I like to make a double one. Just bring it around like that, and then just bend it around however many times you want. Give it a little clip, pinch it in. So there we have our frame. You can even make a hammered frame if you want to use a thicker wire and flatten it. So I have about a 12 to 15 inch piece of wire, and we're just going to trace the shapes. This is 22 gauge wire, so it's very soft, and we just want to go around and bring it around here so it traces that shape, and then curve it with your finger, bring it up here, up, and then bring it down, hold it as you go, bring it around, and then around here, bring it around, push it around, and then bring it down there. So now we're going to do this side. We're going to bring it up here, so we're going to bring this one around here, up. Make sure you're kind of staying more or less the same size as the drawing, just so it's somewhat proportional. We're going to bring this one down and around. The 22 gauge is a good choice for this because any thicker would be hard to follow the pattern. So we're going to bring this one down and then down here. So this is the basic shape for this part of the tree, and now we're going to do the little extra bits. Before you do the other branch, you can actually attach this to your frame. So we're just going to take some thinner wire. This is 24 gauge wire, and we're just going to wind it through. So just string it through there, hold it in place. It's a little tricky to get it started, so we're just going to bend it through 1 and 2. Don't use any thicker than 24 gauge for this. And then rather than do individual bits of wire, because that's going to be a lot of like little sharp bits, we're just going to keep going around. If you have to wind it a few times in between areas, go ahead and do that. So now we're to here. We're going to bring this through here and around to secure it in place. Now make sure it's somewhat centered here. If you need to, you can kind of push it over a little bit as need be, and then we're just going to wind it down to secure all the little branches or leaves in place. So just bring it down and then bring it into the next one. Bring it in there. And then here, you could kind of do a little bit on each side to get them positioned properly. And then this one, we want to position it sort of the same space in between those areas. So we're going to bring it in here. And then in between again. And then this one in here. And then we'll go back to this side, do one in between, and then one into this one. It's going to bend this in here, give it a good little tug, give it a clip, pinch that so it's flush, make sure it's centered, and then just give it a good little pinch in. Same on this side. We're just going to bring it through clip it. Make sure these are kind of centered and give it a good little pinch in to hold it in place. So that's the first part. So for the other pieces, we'll just get another piece of 22 gauge wire, and we're just going to trace the shape again. Hold it here. Some people like to tape this end down of the wire. If that helps you to trace it, go for it. We're just going to bring it around and then bring that one around like that. So we'll do this side and this side. I'm going to bring it around, pull it around, bring it around here. Don't worry too much if it's not exact. I'm just going to bring this one around. I actually tried to do it on the jig, but it's hard to get all this detail, but you could definitely put nails in a board and trace it out that way. So here we've got that one. So now let's just clip that one flush. We'll just pinch that one end in there, and then we're going to continue to wrap our wire here and then bring this piece up here. So bring it here. We're going to continue to wrap. Make sure it's in the position that you want. Bring it up a little higher if you have to. You can clip this if it's too long. Bring it in between the two loops one time and then back through that one. If it's easier, grab the end with your needle nose pliers and then around one more time and just clip it. So let's do the same over here. We're just going to go around once, and then we're going to put our piece in here, hold it in place, bring this one around, in between the two little loops, and then back through the next one. And then, like I said, if it's easier, just grab your needle nose pliers and bring it around. And now you can clip that end, pinch it down a bit, pinch it down. So now we have the tree, and then these ends, you can adjust them how you like. So if you need to, at this point, to push these further up together, you could totally do this. There's lots of little adjusting you can do now. You could bring this one up a little bit. Let's just make sure this has the nice shape of the tree trunk. So we're going to bring this one around here, and then we can actually bring it through. Get your needle nose pliers again, wiggle it if you have to. So there's one side, and then over here, try to make sure it's more or less the same. So we're going to bring this one through here. Get your needle nose pliers, bring it around. Make it even more secure. You could bring it between the center two wires and then pull it around to the back, give it a wiggle, and then clip the end. So we could do the same thing over here. We're just going to bring it around, back through the two center wires, around here, give it a wiggle to the back, clip the end, and then you can push those ends in. So that looks beautiful. You could just make a little bit more separation of the little coils, just so the bottom is a little wider. You can push these out a little bit and just do any little final adjustments you want. And there's a really cool Celtic tree. So for a simpler Celtic tree, you could set something up on the artistic jig, or you can do it freehand. This is about 10 to 12 inches of 20 gauge wire, and we're just going to bring it around the peg. So we're going to start like that, and then we're going to bring this one around, push it down, and then this one, and push it down. I'm going to keep this wire going over, so we're going to go around, push it down, and this one around, push it down to keep them even. This one's going to go over that one again, and then we're going to bring this one around and down, and this one around and down. Now it looks a little funny, but you're going to see it comes together after you take it off the jig. So we're going to remove that here. Looks a little elongated. It's kind of cool. But then what you're going to do is you're going to actually like bring these out. So push that one out, push that one out, and that way, and that one out that way, and then that one there, and that one there. And it just kind of like scooches them together a little more and makes it a little more tapered, like going larger as you go down. So we're just going to do that. Like I said, you can do it freehand if you want. Bring these ends out, and then to twist it, you want these crossed over. So it depends on how you're comfortable twisting. I want this one to go over top of that one. Make sure it's sort of like centered there. Hold these together. Make sure they're out at angles, and then just twist it 1, 2, 3. So that'll hold them together. And then we're going to cut these to about 1 inch. So they're the same on both sides. And then I'm going to get my round pliers. I usually do my spirals on a cone, but because these are small, I'm going to do it differently. So I'm just going to take the end with my round nose pliers, and just with the flick of the wrist, we're just going to curve it around. Because the wire is soft, it works quite well. I'm going to bring this one around a little bit more. If you want bigger spirals, just cut these wires a little bit longer. Take this, bring it around, and then just keep bringing in the spiral. I'm just going to take the flat pliers, flatten them out a little bit, and just adjust the spirals how you like them. You can always tap it if you want with a rawhide mallet just to flatten it out a little bit without breaking the intersections, and you can even add beads if you want. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to join the Facebook event page to join the 10-day wire tree making challenge. If you don't have Facebook, no problem. You can email me photos of your finished work at the end of the challenge. If you create all 10 challenges, you'll be eligible to win all kinds of great prizes from Beadalon and from my Etsy shop. Details are in the description below the video. Deadline to submit a photo of all 10 of your creations is December 14th, 2021. If the deadline has passed and you want to see what other people have created in the challenge, you can still have a look at the event page. Thank you everybody for participating and for your support of my tutorials. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos and when I go live. And we'll see you the next time.